Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome in. Today, I've got a hybrid bodyweight and kettlebell workout for us. Now, I love these sessions because the kettlebell is going to add a little bit more intensity and diversity of movement to the mix. I'll be using a 16 kilogram bell for this one for more of an active recovery day vibe. On screen right now, we've got a preview of the 5 movements coming up in the warm-up series. We're going to go through for 2 rounds for a total of 10 minutes. A few reminders before we kick things off today. I want to encourage you to always be moving mindfully, moving with intention and skill. Modify the movements so that they work for your body. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out the links in the description for more ways to move with me. Alright, we're all set. Let's get into it. We're starting out with alternating half kneeling glides. From kneeling, step out at different angles. Keep your core braced and spine elongated as you glide forward. Hold the end range of the stretch for a moment, then reposition your front foot or switch sides. Next up, we've got a circle crawl. Set a strong crawl position with arms locked out and knees hovering low to the ground. Keep your spine long as you take opposite hand-foot crawling steps and rotate 360 degrees around your central axis. Focus on keeping your navel above the center point on your mat. Work in both directions and remember to breathe deeply as you move. Next, we're moving on to alternating crawl rollovers. Elevate your hips and lift one leg into a scorpion reach on each side. Feel the stretch that comes from extending your hip. Continue on alternating from side to side, holding the reach or rolling over to touch the ground and reverse. Keep flowing through the rollover patterns with smooth control. Roll over one more time to come to an inverted crawl and spend the next minute with alternating diagonal reaches. Extend one leg upwards and reach to touch your foot with your opposite hand. As you make the reach, actively push the ground away and avoid sinking into your shoulders. Aim for height and length with each reach. Now sit your hips and lay your knees to the side. From this side sit position, rise up onto your knees, sit, switch your hips, and repeat on the other side. Play with the pattern, changing the order and the variations for whatever feels best to you. Keep breathing and flowing smoothly. All right, now we're going to run it right back for our second round. Return to alternating half kneeling glides. Keep your core lightly braced and bottom ribs dropped as you glide forward into the stretch. Use your active strength to sink down into your front hip and find extension through your back hip. Vary the angles and smoothly link together your reps. Now go ahead and plant your hands and flow right back into circle crawling. Keep your hips and head at the same level. Stay strong and stable. Set your opposite hand and foot out to the side, plant, then step together. Maintain your body tension and your breathing to keep the movement fluid. Now elevate your hips and return to alternating crawl rollovers. Scorpion reach one leg and extend from the hip to reach for the ground. The key to this movement is all in the intention of that reach, which creates the stretch. Touch down and lead the roll back with a reach of your arm. Continue on, leading the transitions with big sweeping movements of your limbs. Now roll over one more time to inverted and flow right back into those diagonal reaches. Feel your weight shifting from side to side and the balance in your opposite hand and foot. Actively press into the ground and elevate to make each reach. Sync your breathing as you alternate from side to side. All right, now sit and transition to a side sit position to finish the warm-up series. Rise up to split kneeling, sit, switch your hips, rise and repeat. Add little variations to the flow and bring your movement into all planes. All right, that's time, but take these last few moments for any other movements or stretches to complete your warm-up. While you're doing that, have a look at the screen for a preview of the movements coming up in the next series. This is going to be a kettlebell series with 4 movements for 30-second intervals, 2 consecutive rounds. We're starting off with one-arm swings. Then we've got one-arm cleans. From there, you'll clean the bell and go into racked squats. Then we're flowing into figure 8 catches before we repeat the series on the other side. Swings, cleans, racked squats, and figure 8 catches. Grab your bell and let's go. Okay, 30 seconds on these one-arm swings. Keep your grip engaged, your shoulder packed, core braced, and stand up powerfully for each rep. Drive your hips forward and finish each swing with a power exhalation. Then inhale as the kettlebell is swinging back between your legs. Catch with the hinge of your hips, then stand up explosively. Now same arm, but transition to cleans. Same powerful hip drive, but keep your upper arm close to your rib cage to guide the bell to the rack position. Dial in the timing and coordinate the swing of your free arm. As the bell swings back between your legs, your arm swings back. As you drive your hips forward, your arm swings forward. Keep your breathing in sync with the movement. Clean the bell once more to the rack position and hold. Perform continuous squats. Keep your core braced and chest up. Sit down into your hips. Stand up strong and tall. Stand up and we'll flow right into figure 8 catches. Cast the kettlebell through your legs and pass the handle off to your other hand. Stand up, pulling the bell around to your midline, catching the bell in your opposite palm. Softly push the bell outwards, let it swing through your legs, and repeat the continuous figure 8. And now we're going to flow right into round 2. Bring the bell over to your other arm and return to one-arm swings. Keep your core braced and maintain symmetrical alignment through the set. Focus on tapping into the power of your hips with each rep. Now flow right into one-arm cleans. Strong hip drive moves the kettlebell while the arm guides the weight softly into the rack position. Rack the kettlebell and return to those continuous squats. Find the balance of tension and relaxation. Keep your core braced in symmetrical alignment, but stay relaxed enough to make the reps flow smoothly. Cast the kettlebell out and flow into figure 8 catches to finish out the series. Keep your core braced, but allow your weight to shift and feet to pivot to make this movement balanced and athletic. All right, that's time. Kettlebells down. Good work. Now take a few moments to relax and reset. Focus on your breathing and have a look at the screen for an overview of the next series. We're going to be working with the same scheme, 30-second intervals, 4 movements, 2 rounds. We'll start off with push-ups. Then pop up onto your feet for 30 seconds of one-arm rows on each side. Then we're going back to body weight with squat jumps for 30 seconds, and then we'll repeat the series. So just to recap, we've got push-ups, we've got one-arm rows on each side, and we've got squat jumps. All together, it's going to be 4 minutes of continuous movements. Let's get set, and let's go. Starting off with push-ups. Focus on maintaining your core connection. Don't allow your hips to sag to the floor. Prioritize full range of motion, chest to the floor, and press up to fully protracted shoulders. Stand up, grab your bell, and we're right into one-arm rows. Set up a stable stance and hinge at the hips. Keep your shoulders drawn back, spine and neck elongated. Drive your elbow up to the sky with each row. Each rep has a rotation of the shoulders. Okay, now make a quick switch and continue with the one-arm rows on the other side. Place your kettlebell off to the side and we're on to squat jumps. Explode upwards and land softly. Keep your core braced and maintain your posture to stabilize each landing. All right, on to round 2, back to push-ups. Stay focused and keep the form tight. Pop up to standing and hit those one-arm rows. Stay low and maintain this hinge position to keep the rows on a near vertical line. quick switch and continue rowing on the other side. Place your bell off to the side and finish out the series with squat jumps. All right, that's time, and Series B is complete. Great work. We're going to switch it up for this final series. 45-second work intervals alternated with 15-second rest intervals. We're starting with a combination snatch to an overhead step back lunge. We'll hit all those reps on one side, take the 15-second rest, hit all the reps on the other side, another 15-second rest, and finish out the series with rolling pistol squat get-ups. Grab your kettlebell, we're just about ready to go. 6 minutes of work left today. Let's go. Snatch the kettlebell, and as the bell is coming to an overhead lockout, step one leg back into a lunge. Find a moment of stability, then stand and repeat. You can step back with either leg, go with what feels strong and stable for you. Bell down and rest for 15 seconds. Get ready for snatches on the other side. Get set and go. Snatch the bell and step back into your lunge. Keep your core braced and bring a strong intention to every rep. Okay, kettlebell down, rest and reset 15 seconds. Get ready for rolling pistol squats. Get set. Let's go. Rock up with enough momentum to balance on one foot and stand up. Pause for a moment, then maintain your balance as you squat down on one leg, rock back and repeat. All right, now stand up, rest for 15 seconds, and get ready for round 2. Back to snatches with the step back lunge. Here we go. Snatch and step back lunge. Manage your breathing and keep a consistent tempo. Explosive strength with every snatch, focus with every lunge. Okay, pause and rest. Okay, snatches and step backs on the other side. Let's go. All right, pause and rest. All right, let's get set to finish out this series strong. Here we go, rolling single leg squat get-ups. That's time. Great job. Now settle in and we'll take a few minutes to cool down and return to baseline. Follow me through some stretches and movements, or feel free to focus on whatever feels good for you. Starting off with a prone spinal extension. Lift with the strength of your back and press up to your comfort level. Then shift back, sit your hips back to your heels and reach your arms forward for a shoulder flexion stretch. You might also take the option to place your forearms down and flow through some alternating overhead reaches. Next, rise up to kneeling and we can go through some alternating rotation reaches. Next, we'll smoothly transition to a straddle long sit stretch. Deep breathing with little reaching and rocking movements. Then bring the soles of your feet together for a butterfly sit stretch. Post your hands behind you or hold onto your feet as you actively open your hips. Before we close out, let me just say thank you so much for coming through to train with me. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out the links in the description for more movement goodness. Come back again soon. We'll do it again. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next practice.